way that you have to go about doing these things. And that certain way is to have the willpower to triumph and to succeed, and the energy to actually do the actions that are required for you to get to where you want to get to. All you have to think about is how a machine operates. A machine can produce so much more than a human being because of one thing and one thing only. And that one thing, well, two things, but one main thing, that one main thing is that a machine does not have emotions. A machine is going to carry out the task regardless. And that is the way that you need to operate if you're not going to settle in your life. You need to be emotionless. You need to be like a machine, a robot, just doing the work. Tuck, 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 tuck. You shouldn't care if you're tired. You shouldn't care if you just had the biggest win in your business. You shouldn't care about any of those small little things that are insignificant because the work is the most important thing. The outcomes are great. The outcomes are fantastic and they're amazing and they're feedback. However, the process is the most important thing. And that's why a machine produces so much because it does not assess its process as a human being assesses its process through his emotions, which can be false, which can be led astray, which can be manipulated. You need to be like a robot, brother. You need to be like a robot because you're going to go through some of the hardest times that you're ever going to go through if you decide to take risks within your life to create the life that you desire. You can't let your emotions stop you from doing the work or manipulate you out of doing the work. You have to do the work all the time, every single time. Produce as much as you can, create as much as you can, because that is part of your human function. That is why you have and posable thumbs so that you can grab things and manipulate them and create something new, something unknown. That's why it is the part of the unknown, the part of uncertainty. And once you understand the risks, you know that on this part, it's either go big or die. Literally. It's either you're going to live the most fantastic life that you could have ever imagined, you're going to completely be on the opposite side and just be going through shit. But either way, I will go through the fire with a smile on my face, and you should too. Because the most important thing, apart from all of this bullshit that I'm talking about, which is very important, but the most important thing is that you're alive today, you're breathing, and you have another chance. That is the most important thing. Everything else, mate, everything else, the success, the money, the attraction of the opposite sex, the adventures, the experiences, all of it will succumb to your health. Therefore, the most important thing is that you're alive today and you're getting this message and you have a chance to adjust and shift your mindset so that you can begin to move down the path that you see for yourself and not the path that was given to you. You have to find a way to make it happen. And as I've told you, mate, for me, it was burning all of the bridges, cutting all the ties, literally down to every single person within my life. Because I saw and I was seeing that as long as I was moving the way that I was moving prior to my enlightenment, to realize what's going on the planet, I was not going to go anywhere. I was not going to move forward, but I was going to be dragged along the paths of the people that I was surrounded by. Meaning, if I was here, and let's say my mother, my brother, my father, whoever the fuck it is, if they were here right now, my plans will be trying to align with their plans. Or I'll even just be like a flag being dragged along the sea on the sail. as part of someone else's ship. So so once I understood that it was my choice to create my life, and the only way I was going to do that was to put myself on the hardest mode of life that is possible, which is alone. That is the only way I can truly discover what I'm capable of. And that is the only way that I can truly engage to the point where I have to make it happen. I have no choice. I literally have no choice. It's either this or I die. And I adopt you to take that mentality, because once you have that mentality, you have an ease of mind knowing that, because I don't know how long I'm going to live, but I have an ease of mind every day knowing that I'm trying and I'm doing my best. And I'm truly, when I say I'm doing my best, I truly mean it. Because as I've told you, I'm not asking anyone for help. I'm not trying to get anyone for help. I'm not trying to get anyone to manipulate me. I'm not trying to get anyone to pay me. As long as I can create for myself, that is the satisfaction that I desire. And once I do it once, I will be able to do it again and again and again and again and again and again. And eventually I'll be able to teach someone else how to do the same things that I have done. And that is why it has to be the way that it is for myself. Maybe it can be that way for you as well, because I believe that is a noble cause, to want to help yourself and eventually to want to help others. Those that, not just to help everyone, but to help those that want to be helped. Start off with them so that this can spread across the country, across the planet, and show people that in this day and age, there's a new way to produce, to live, and to thrive. And you need to get adjusted with the times that are there right now, which a lot of people do not. As I told you, a lot of people have the settler mentality. Their mind is fixed and they have a certain way about doing things. Therefore, change is a threat to them. And because it's a threat to them, when you come talking your, I want to meditate and I want my chakras, and you just talk all the was that is not on the mainstream, or that is not given to us through public institutions, but is given to you through self-education and self-knowledge. Once you come talking that was, you become a threat automatically. And you have to understand, none of these things are ever personal, fam. The battles that your ancestors had, the battles that you have brewing because of the battles that your ancestors had, none of it is personal, bruv. You just have to understand that when you go against the grain, you're going to be perceived as a threat, whether you like it or not. And you are a threat, because that's a fact. You are actually a threat, and you're threatening their way of life. Therefore, when people go kung fu on your ass, don't be surprised, brother. Expect it. Know that it is to come. However, if your way is truly a better way, somehow, someway, God will make it that way, and He'll make it so that your way spreads and overtakes the previous programming that people were moving under. And all that needs to be done, you don't have to force this upon anyone. All that needs to be done is for them to see it. Once they see it, they can try fight it with their minds. They can try say, no, he can't do that. He could never be that. I hate him, blah, 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 blah. But once they see it, once they hear it, their minds have been shifted. Once they see it, they can't unsee it. And that is the goal that you should be striving for, is make sure they see it. Because once they see it, they can't unsee it. And once they can't unsee it, it's either they stay the same or they're forced to change their ways.